today. Great to be here and really excited today because we're in December and it's Christmas. And yes, you can see the Christmas tree behind me. I want to welcome everybody who's joined us this week. Welcome to all the new people who have joined the group. It's great to have you join us. Introduction of who I am, because as far as you're concerned, there's a babbling woman wearing a red dress. So my name is Ambila. I'm one of the guest editors for the Female CEO. So you kind of see me quite a lot. And I've got a magazine. I write lots of articles for the magazine as well. So I've got a section in there. That's the word I was looking for, section. I have a section in the magazine that you can go and read my articles. So what do? I am a spiritual relationship expert and I talk about all things. And this segment today you're joining me on is called Ambila Answers. So I'm a life coach. I've been a life coach for nearly 2 decades, and within my life coaching, the spiritual part comes into it. Hi, whoever's watching. The spiritual part comes into it because I incorporate tarot reading as well as healing within all the coaching I do. So we do a lot more deeper stuff and a lot more deeper clearing and cleansing. And part of that, because of who I am, kind of comes through on a lot of the talks and things that I talk about. So you can catch a lot of my previous segments if you go into the media tab on this group and then just click and then just find my face, and then there's my segments relating to talking about lots of other things as well. So great to have you join me, great to have you here. And I bet the reason why you're here or catching the replay, if you do that, which is brilliant, thank you so much, is because you're wondering what on earth is the goodbye Christmas tree. Well, I need to give you a little bit of a background before I actually tell you what the goodbye Christmas tree is. So last week I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and I absolutely love this time of year. It is one of my absolute favorites, and it's probably the only time of year, and I'm sorry for all of our American watchers, but the only time that I really don't want to be in the UK. I'd love to be in America, probably because I watch all of the movies and I see all the traditions and everything else you follow. So I love all of that. And one of the things I was kind of contemplating was to get a new Christmas tree, and I couldn't kind of justify it because I have a tree and I don't need a tree, so why would I want a tree? And I was toing and froing on whether to get the new tree, not get the new tree. And then it dawned on me that and I'm saying 29 days because I'm including today, that in 29 days time we are going to say goodbye to 2020. But then it also hit me that we're not actually just saying goodbye to 2020, we are actually saying goodbye to a decade. This is the first decade of the 21st century that we are also saying goodbye to. So that in itself was a huge realization. And with that I thought, you know what, I'm going to use my Christmas tree as the goodbye tree to say goodbye to a lot of the things I want to let go of this decade, a lot of the things I want to let go of this year. But forget the year, it's the decade. We are going to be starting a fresh decade in 29 days. So what do you want to have that decade be? And in case you're wondering and confused and everything else, just a little plug-in, I will be doing some vision board workshops in a couple of weeks, so look out for the times and dates and stuff. Enough of the plugging, I'll plug later on. But it's really using this time, you've got 29 days to really think about this time, not just think about this year, but think about your next decade. What do you want it to be? So that kind of got me feeling a lot more positive, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to keep that tree. I'm going to keep that tree for one final year, because honestly I think I've had it probably a decade. I can't even remember how long I've had this tree. But for me it became a sign of, okay, I'm going to make changes in my life. I'm going to do so many different things, and there are so many things I need to consciously, not just think about it, but actually do it, consciously let go of. So I came up with the concept of the goodbye Christmas tree, and I don't think this concept exists. I haven't researched it, or I'm sure variations of it do. But what I decided to do was that I'm going to actually get lots of, and I can do that on my tree because I live in my own home. So I'm not expecting everybody to do it on their Christmas trees, because I've seen the wonderful photos around and I know you've got amazing Christmas trees out there. But do it on your journal, do it on something that you're okay about letting go come January. So any object, or in my case, what I'm going to be doing is actually getting post-its. I'm going to get lots of post-it notes, and throughout the next 29 days, and even actually going into January, because I'm not getting rid of my tree until the 12th day of Christmas, which is the 6th of January. So up until that day, I'm going to be actually writing consciously everything that comes up that I want to let go of. Any of my last pains, resentments, hurts, anything that I kind of feel I'm still holding on to, old stories still going around in my head of why that didn't happen because I didn't do this, and that relationship didn't work because I did this, and I don't have this because I did that. So anything that has been stopping me from moving on in my life, I'm going to be writing in the post-it. And because that tree you see behind me will actually be going away next year, I'm going to be sticking those post-its on the Christmas tree. Hence the goodbye Christmas tree, because I'm saying goodbye to not just 2020, but I'm saying goodbye to the decade of the tens, what do you call the decade? Anyway, so I'm letting go of this decade as well. And it would be wonderful if you actually used the next 29 days, maybe up until January, 1st, January 6th, like I am, write down all the things that you are ready and honestly wanting to let go of this year. Because remember, it's a whole decade we're letting go of. So it's not just 2020 with the pandemic, the COVID, the restrictions, but what was it this year, the decade, that didn't work for you? What is it that you're holding on to that you kind of wish had, and you've been torturing yourself and feeling guilty about? What is it that you want to really shift in happening? So get those post-its, stick them on wherever you want, and after the 29 plus days to whenever in January you want to get rid of this stuff, accumulate those post-its, or if you're writing it as a list or whatever, get that piece of paper. You've got to chuck it away. You've got to either burn it, shred it, or I wouldn't recommend binning it, but whatever it may be, you've got to get rid of all of those thoughts. So don't hold on to it. And the reason why I called it the Goodbye Christmas Tree is because for me, yes, I will get rid of those post-its, burn them, bin them, shred them, however I want, but the Christmas tree will also go away. It's going to go out of my house. I'm going to cleanse the energy, because I'm going to put it into recycling, and should somebody want it, I don't want them to take that energy with them. So there will be a cleansing happening there. But it's more about the thoughts. It's more about what is it that you want to let go of. So do that, and let me know. Let me know if you're willing to share what it is that you want to let go of this year. If you're brave enough, post it in the comments, because you can make it general. I don't expect you to expose deeper stuff, but if you do want to have a chat, if you do want to talk about anything, then just reach out. You know where I am. You just need to connect. But use this time. Really, honestly, use this time to make positive shifts for the next decade. Don't carry the energy if you've been feeling frustrated, withdrawn, punishing yourself for all the things you haven't achieved, haven't done, everything like that. Do not carry that onto your next decade. Make the next decade, regardless of what globally, economically, everything we get faced with. Make the next decade the decade you want it to be, because it can be. It's just about making those shifts happen. And there's plenty of people guiding and everything else that you can reach out to. But have fun with this. Really have fun with this. Don't make it such a deep thing of, oh my God. Hence why I'm doing it on a daily basis, as and when things come up. I'm not going to be consciously spending 2 hours a day going, oh no, I need to write my post-its for my goodbye tree. No, I don't. As and when things come up, just write them down, stick them on somewhere, and then in January accumulate all of those thoughts and get rid of them. Get rid of that energy, get rid of that negativity, get rid of all of those thoughts, all of that negativity that's been stopping you, holding you back, all of the excuses that you've been giving yourself for not being able to work out, not being able to get that job you want, not being able to push your business forward, not being able to get the relationship, not being able to, not being able to, not being able to, and so many not being ables to. Get rid of them and really make that positive shift for yourself, because you deserve it. You deserve to give yourself this chance, this opportunity, this positivity. And the only person that can do it is you. Yes, there's plenty of people to help you, but you have to make that change and decision to make it happen. So that is the concept of my goodbye Christmas tree, because I am actually physically letting go of my tree, and I'm going to actually sit there sticking my post-its on my Christmas tree, because that for me is my symbol of letting go and a reminder that that's what I'm doing. But do it according to how and what suits you. Post it on a piece of paper, post it on your journal, whatever it may be, but something that you are ready and able to just rip up, tear up, bin, shred, burn, however you want to do it. So make next decade the best decade you want it to be. Do everything possible in the next 29 days, including today, hence the 29, to let go of whatever it is that you want to let go of, and do it consciously, lovingly, and because you choose to. So I hope that's been good. I hope you've enjoyed the concept of the goodbye Christmas tree. Goodbye because it's my Christmas tree, but goodbye whatever it may be for you. Thank you so much for listening and catching the replay if that's what you're going to do. You can catch me, as I said, I am going to be doing a vision board exercise in a couple of weeks' time, but I will be posting on this group, so please, if that's what you're looking for, wanting to know what to do for the next year, kind of feeling a bit confused and stuff, then come and join. It would be great to have you there. But also catch me on my replays, catch me on the media tab. You can see a lot more videos. I'm going to post my links underneath, all in the comments, so you can pick up with regards to if you want to reach out, connect with me, find out more about me. That would be wonderful. I wish you guys, whatever the weather is today for you, here in the UK it's absolutely miserable and horrible rain, but it's not going to stop me from going out. So wherever and whatever you may be doing, I wish you guys all the love. Keep yourselves safe and well and wrapped, and remember, letting go is probably the easiest thing you can do, and energetically sometimes it is just about having that will and reason to let go. So make next decade the most positive one that you want it to be, and I will catch you on my next segment next Thursday, 10 a.m. same time. So I'll see you guys same time next week. Have a great time, enjoy yourselves, keep safe and well. Bye.